Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another fragrance review. And this one dropped on discounters, but I haven't seen it retail quite yet, so that was kind of interesting. From the house of Coach, it's Coach for Men Green. So normally I talk about price at the end, but just to give you guys a heads up, I think the tester of this after the 37% fragrance net discount was about 47 and some change plus tax. So Coach testers will normally go a little below that, but it was new and I was like, that's pretty low. So let me go ahead and grab it. Let me talk to you guys about the notes in here and what you're actually going to smell. So in the top you have kiwi and bergamot, mid, geranium and rosemary, and cedar and moss in the base. Okay, so what are you actually gonna smell? When this opens up, it's got this like nice fruity green scent profile with a good woodiness to it. The rosemary is definitely there. It's kind of giving this like minty herbalness to it. And it is a nice fruitiness, and you're gonna get the kiwi and bergamot. You're gonna get them more if you smell it up close versus in the air. So I want you to know I've worn this a very large amount since I got it in. I wore it day by day by day. So I've actually had this for a week before review, and I probably wore it every day. Well, except 2 days. So I would say about 3 to 4 days in a row I wore it. Just because I was just like, I was getting maybe a different experience than the people around me were getting. And that's not, I'm not gonna say it's not usually the case, but it's a real 50-50 split. So again, nice fruity opening. As it dries down, you're gonna get more and more woodiness. The moss isn't off-putting, but it's noticeable. I think the way that it's blended in here is actually pretty nice. If you're like, does it really smell like a green fragrance? I want to say this, it does. And when it dries down and that fruitiness starts to, I would say, fade off a little bit, you're going to keep a little bit of fruitiness in it, but it's just, the opening is a lot fruitier than it turns in the dry down, at least to me and the people around me. I feel like in the base, the average nose, once you're, hours into the dry down, is going to pick up basically a pretty woody fragrance with a little bit of sweetness from what was that fruitiness. Now, do I think it's nice? Yes, I feel like it has a nice clean feel. It doesn't say lavender is in here, but every time I wear it, I feel like I smell a little bit of lavender. So you're gonna get this nice, clean, warm weather scent to my nose. And I think it's actually really nice. It's in the line with the Coach fragrances. So in terms of green fragrances, some green fragrances I think are not that easily wearable. This one I feel like has mass appeal. The opening has a little bit of like this syntheticness that I don't necessarily love right away, but if you don't just throw it at your nose immediately, I think you'll be okay. I think it's a pleasant fragrance otherwise though, and I think that the first time I wore it, because we're gonna go into performance, I put one spray on each arm and I felt like I was a really big performer. Now, that was kind of towards the beginning of the wearing experience. So I think the good projection is closer to be closer to the first hour and a half. After that, honestly, it sits a lot closer to the skin, which to me is in line with the first, the OG Coach for Men. The people around me everyone said it was subtle. So this isn't one that got me compliments because of this. No one could really smell it on me unless I said, hey, could you smell me? And then they would smell me and they'd be like, oh, it's nice, it's subtle. I was like, maybe these people are wrong. Maybe it's just too far in the dry down by the time they smelled it. So I took it to my boy Elijah's shop today, and I had him smell it this morning off a tester strip. So I immediately sprayed it and let him smell it. And he said, oh, it's pretty light. I would wear it to the gym. So I was like, okay, so maybe it's not a strong performer. For my nose, I don't know what it is, but I picked it up pretty strong. Everyone else didn't, and I want to be very clear about that. So to me, if I had more than 2 sprays on and I was like not in my house, it was a different experience. But when it was just like 2 sprays on clean skin, like I just gotten out of the shower, for me, I felt like it was, it projected well. But again, the better projection, not beast projection, is going to be in the first hour and a half. Well, I'll say hour to hour and a half. This lasted a good work day on me, but it sat closer to the skin. Sillage was okay. Maybe about average, maybe slightly below average. Again, I don't usually go to the compliments this early in the game, but I didn't get any compliments because people weren't really smelling me too much. Coach for Men, the OG, isn't a huge performer either, but it seems like the sillage on that might be a little bit bigger than this one. I might be wrong, but in my experience, I think so. I think that these are just really easy to wear fragrances. I don't feel like they make beast mode fragrances, but I'm gonna get into the wearability of this in just a minute here. Performance is good. I think it is average to slightly below average. In terms of who can wear it, I think it has enough sweetness, but enough greenness for any age. And I think if you like green fragrances, I don't think the gender really matters too much, because I think green fragrances have a specific group. So I don't feel like we need to talk about it too much. If you don't like green fragrances, this isn't ultra green. This is green done Coach style. So a lot more wearable. You got that fruitiness. And then again, when it dries down to more of a woody fragrance with a little bit of those herbal touches, but that slight bit of fruitiness sticks around to keep it sweet, again, in Coach style. Where could you wear this? That's where this shines. It's a Coach fragrance. Wear it anywhere. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's specifically for anything. Obviously, spring, summer, I wouldn't even go fall with this, but it's just versatile because green done Coach. Anything done Coach, versatile. You can wear it wherever you want. Date night. It's very office friendly. It's very inoffensive just in general, and I think that's where this fragrance is meant to shine. So it's done in the Coach style. Do something different, use the same. I'm not dissing it at all. I have all the Coaches except blue, and blue is in my cart because at this point, why not get them all? They work. And if you decide one day you don't want them, you can give them to anybody and no one's gonna be upset about it. So in my opinion, is this worth the pickup? Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. I don't want to make this seem like it's a groundbreaking fragrance, but if you like the Coach fragrances and you want to go ahead and complete your collection, I would go ahead and pick it up. But if you have a lot of versatile fragrances, this is not a special green fragrance. Is it different than everything I own? Yeah. Is it something that I'm going to reach for over other things? No. If I want a green fragrance, I'm going to go more green than this. And if I want like a versatile fragrance, I'm going to go more blue than this. So do I like it? Yes. Do I see myself reaching for it a lot? No. Is it possible that I'm going to put this on the chopping block in the next year? Yeah. The reason that I would keep it is because I do have all except blue Coaches, and I do kind of like their bottles a little because the cap is built in. And I think when you travel with them, it's kind of nice because you can just twist this and it won't spray in your bag. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. However, I don't want to make it seem groundbreaking. I would say 6.5 out of 10. I liked it when I got it. I do like it. I like what it could be used for. But if you have a very big collection, I think this would get lost in the mix. And that is why I rated it what I rated it. If you ask me tomorrow, it could be something else. Again, I was going to wear it today, but then I was like, I really don't want to wear it anymore just because it's nice. But I did a bunch of things today and I wanted to smell more impressive than this, to be completely honest, because I thought I'd see more people. If you've tried this, comment down below. As always, like this video if you'd like to be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.